What is the darkest and most disgusting thing you've ever done? When I was 16, I helped my best friend's dad hide his affair. I worked at his car dealership washing vehicles on weekends. One Saturday evening, I stayed late to finish detailing a Mercedes. That's when I saw him through his office window, making out with Jennifer, the 28-year-old sales rep. His hands were all over her. He caught me staring. My heart stopped. Next morning, he pulled me into the parts department, away from everyone else, handed me $200 in 20s and said, "You didn't see anything last night, right?" His voice was calm, but his eyes weren't. I took the money. My single mom was working 2 jobs, and we were 3 weeks behind on rent. $200 meant groceries and maybe keeping the lights on. I told myself it was just once. I was wrong. Every Saturday, he'd be in that office with Jennifer, sometimes Thursdays too. And every time, he'd find me afterward with cash. $150 here, $300 there. Sometimes he'd hand it to me while talking about normal stuff, acting like we were buddies. "How's your mom doing? School going okay?" Then the cash would appear from his pocket. After 3 months, I'd saved $2,400. I kept it in an old shoebox under my bed, counting it every night. It was more money than I'd ever had in my life. Meanwhile, my best friend Jamie kept calling me. His parents were fighting constantly. His mom found a receipt from a hotel in the next town, perfume that wasn't hers in his dad's car. Jamie's voice would crack when he told me about hearing his mom cry at night. "Something's going on," he'd say. "I know my dad's lying about something." I'd just listen, never said a word. One day, Jamie asked me directly, "You work for my dad. Have you noticed anything weird?" I looked him straight in the eye and said no. The guilt made me physically sick that night. Then in month 4, everything changed. His dad called me into his office on a Wednesday. No cash this time, just a smirk. "Listen, I think we've got an understanding now. You've been compensated fairly. We're good, right?" I asked for my usual payment. He actually laughed, leaned back in his expensive leather chair and said, "What are you gonna do? Tell my son. You've been taking money for months, kid. You're in this just as deep as I am." That night, I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about Jamie and his mom, about how I'd enabled this piece of garbage for $2,400. Blood money, that's what it was. So I started documenting everything. I got to work early, stayed late, took photos of them together through the office window. Jennifer was stupid enough to leave her phone unlocked once during a test drive I was cleaning. I screenshotted texts between them, explicit ones. I recorded audio using my phone in my pocket when I heard them in his office. Dates, times, everything. I organized it all in a hidden folder. 3 weeks later, he tried to fire me, told me in front of 2 other employees that I was unreliable and unfocused, said my last day would be Friday. I waited until everyone left, knocked on his office door, asked to talk privately. He sighed, annoyed. "Make it quick." I locked the door behind me, pulled out my phone, started scrolling through the evidence folder. His face went from annoyed to confused to terrified in about 15 seconds. "I've got 3 months of documentation," I said quietly. "Photos, audio, text messages, all time-stamped and backed up in 3 places." He stood up, shaking. "You little—" I cut him off. "Pay me $5,000 by Friday or Saturday morning. Your wife gets an email with everything. Every photo, every message, every disgusting second of what you've been doing." His hands were trembling. "You're a monster. You're blackmailing me." I looked at him, really looked at him. This man who'd been lying to his family for months, who'd corrupted a desperate kid with cash and then tried to toss him aside. "You made me one," I said. "You turned me into someone who could watch his best friend suffer and say nothing. Yeah, I took your money, but you taught me that everyone has a price, so here's yours. $5,000. He paid Wednesday. Cash. Counted it out with shaking hands while I recorded that too. I quit Thursday. Didn't show up Friday. Saturday morning, I sent everything to his wife anyway. Every photo, every message, every recorded conversation. The email was simple. "I'm sorry I waited this long. Your husband has been having an affair with Jennifer Costa for 4 months. I was paid to stay quiet. I shouldn't have. This is everything." I included the shoebox money too. All $2,400. Mailed it to Jamie's house with a note. "For your mom. I'm sorry." Jamie hasn't spoken to me since. His parents divorced. His dad lost the dealership in the settlement. And me? I still can't sleep at night. Not because of what I did at the end. Because of what I did for those 4 months before it.